Hey guys, go ahead and put away what you're working on. Close your iPads. And for right now, you are just going to be a listener. I have a song for you about multiplying decimals. We started that process, and we're going to keep going through that until hopefully we are masters of multiplying decimals. So this is one of our number rock songs. Lights, please.
Use our number sense to multiply 9 and 100 by 5 and 1/10. We multiply the 1 to get 109. In the next place value, there's a 5. X holds the place on the second line. We get a 5, a 0, and a 45. Write a line, a plus sign, tally up the score. To get 15954.
Let's think about the Now I want to point out something that they did here that's different. It's an option for you as well, but I don't do it, but like I said, you can do it. They put an X right here. What do we normally put right here?
0.
A 0. Putting an X though, would that be this? Could that still work? Yeah, because a 0 isn't going to add anything when I add that. 1 plus an X, can I add an X? No, so it's just 1, or 1 plus 0. Okay? I like the 0, but like I said, if you want to use the X, that would be fine too. But either way, they had to put something right there to hold that place value.
Numbleness of our answer by rounding to a simpler number, then we can easily see where the point needs to be.
Now let's get intense and multiply 92 hundredths by 3 and 2/10. Multiply the 2, get 4 and 18. In the next place value is a 3. Write an X to hold the place, and then we get a 6 and a 27. Add it up and get 4, 4, a 9 and a 2, and there's one step more.
Let's think about the reasonableness of our answer by rounding to a simpler number, then.
And what are they using to kind of check their work? What kind of method? They're multiplying is their computation, but how are they checking? They said reasonableness. They want to see if their answer is close to the exact. What are they using to check their work? What method are they doing? They're rounding, yeah. And that's definitely a good way to check. So they're rounding this decimal, okay? They're saying it's close to 1. This one is close to 3. And they're multiplying to round. That rounding is also helping them see where the decimal goes, okay? Now, I do not recommend using rounding to check where your decimal goes, okay? I think the way we're doing it is going to be a good fit for you guys, where we count how many decimal places, right? So let's do it on this one. Let's count. How many do we have here? Ready? 1, 2. And then how many do we have on this one? 1. So a total of how many place values?
3.
A total of 3. Okay, we have to look at all of them. 1, 2, 3. So we come down here then, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay?
That makes sense. Yeah. You can easily see where the point needs to be.
Here's another way to place the point worth trying. Look at the numbers you are multiplying. Count the number of decimal places in the product movement.
Okay, so now here's where they're doing our method. Okay? How they got this 3 over here, ready? 1, 2, 3. That's where this 3 came from. They counted how many place values. Okay? Then they come down here. 1, 2, 3. Okay? They showed you the rounding as an option. Okay? And it is an option. I definitely recommend this way though. Okay? But you find what works for you.
That many spaces.
Let's think about the reasonableness of our answer by rounding to a simpler number, then we can easily see where the point needs to be. Let's think about the reasonableness of our answer by rounding to a simpler number, then we can easily see where the point needs to be.
Visit numberrock.com for exclusive content, lesser material,
we're gonna listen to it
and
one more time.
more.
One more time all the way through.
Let's use our number sense to multiply 9 and 100, 5 and 110. We multiply the 1 to get 109. In the next place value, there's a 5. X holds the place on the second line. We get a 5, a 0, and a 45. Write a line, a plus sign, tally up the score. True, get 15954.
Let's think about the reasonableness of our answer by rounding to a simpler number. Then we can easily see where the point needs to be.
Now let's get intense and multiply 92 hundredths by 3 and 2 tenths. Multiply the 2, get 4 and 18. In the next place value is a 3. Write an X to hold the place, and then we get a 6 and a 27. Add it up and get 4, 4, a 9 and a 2, and there's one step more.
Let's think about the reasonableness of our answer by rounding to a simpler number. Then we can easily see where the point needs to be.
Here's another way to place the point worth trying. Look at the numbers you are multiplying. Count the number of decimal places in the product. Move left that many spaces.
Let's think about the reasonableness of our answer by rounding to a simpler number. Then we can easily see where the point needs to be. Let's think about the reasonableness of our answer by rounding to a simpler number. Then we can easily see where the point needs to be.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my hope for you with these songs is the tune's always kind of catchy and repeating, right? My hope for you is that it kind of gets stuck in your head, that when you're doing your math, that you can kind of think about some of those ideas and steps they're giving us, okay? All right, so it's the day before Halloween, and it would not be math without some Robo ants. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to need your math notebook out now. And yes, it's one of our fun riddles that we have. This, simmer. All right, this math one is on Robo ants, okay? Deadly, lethal Robo ants. Now, I'm gonna play through the video, and then I will pause it before I answer. In your math notebook, I want you to come up with a solution. Remember, guys, there is no trick. There is a real solution, okay? That's what's fun about these. I like kind of having the math tricks. I've done different math, like the card, the numbers with you guys, and there's kind of a trick to it. I like that this is really hard and difficult, but there is a real solution to it. All right? So here we go.
I need to put on my can't wait. When your brain hurts, you learn.
Yep, when your brain hurts, you learn. I love it. Who just said that?
I did.
Nice. I love it. All right, listening. 3, 2. Let me get my volume. Okay. Oh, we might have a commercial. Hold on. There we go. Listen.
The good news is that your experimental robo ants are a success.
Woo
The
woo.
bad news is that you accidentally just gave them the ability to
Oh.
shoot deadly lasers, and you can't turn
Oh
it
no.
off. You have 5 minutes to stop them before the lasers go online. Until then, all of your robo ants will walk inside their habitat at a speed of exactly 1 meter per minute. If they bump into each other or hit a dead end, they'll instantly turn around and walk back the way they came. When 5 minutes are up, they'll turn on their lasers, break free, and stream out into the world, carving a path of
Just what we
destruction
need
as
for
they go.
Halloween is these Robo
Your one
ants.
chance to stop them is to insert the 2 emergency vacuum nozzles into the habitat and suck the ants up before they break free. The nozzles can press into any one location in the habitat through a membrane covering its front side, and any ants that walk past will be sucked up and deactivated.
Woo.
You can't move the nozzles once they're placed without leaving a hole
Oh,
that the
no.
robo ants would pour out of, so choosing the right spots will be key. The habitat is made out of meter-long tubes. When the robots reach an intersection, they will pick randomly whether to go left, right, or forward. They only go backward if they hit another robo ant or a dead end. Unfortunately, there are hundreds of them inside the habitat,
Oh my
and if
goodness.
even one escapes, it'll do a lot of damage. With just less than 5 minutes remaining, where should you place the 2 vacuum nozzles to suck up all the robo ants?
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, let's look over these rules they give us. The robo ants walk at a speed of 1 meter per minute. I think you're going to need to write down some data here in your math notebook. Cough, cough. Wink, wink. You probably need some of these key facts. If a robo ant collides with another robo ant or hits a dead end, it immediately reverses direction, meaning it turns around. Your emergency vacuum will subdue all, meaning it will take all the robo ants it picks up. That is the only tool that can stop them. You can insert 2 vacuum nozzles into the robo ant habitat. The nozzles cannot be moved once they inserted, because remember, if you pick that vacuum up, then that means that spot's open, the robo ants will get out. The nozzles will suck up ants only in the precise spot where they are placed. When ants arrive at an intersection is like, let me show you with my hands. Oh, look, I'm not good at shadows. Like, I can't do this. Okay. Intersection is like this, okay? So when there's like different ways for you to go on the road, and they get to pick, are they going left, right, or straight? They may go in any direction except the one they came from. The ants change direction only when they encounter another robo ant, a dead end, or an intersection. And all the ants must be vacuumed in order for it to be safe. You can't leave even one single ant because you saw their lasers. Okay, they can do lots of damage. Now, I'm going to play this video, the beginning part, one more time for you guys to write down some data, okay? I
The
will
good
pause it,
news
yep.
is that your experimental robo ants are a success. The bad news is that you accidentally just gave them the ability to shoot deadly lasers, and you can't turn it off. You have 5 minutes to stop them before the lasers go online. Until then, all of your robo ants will walk inside their habitat at a speed of exactly...
Okay, so they did say 5 minutes. You only have 5 minutes to get all these ants vacuumed up. 5 minutes is how long you have. So in your math notebook, 5 minutes is how long you have in your math notebook. Cough, cough. Writing that. How fast do they go? Well, you have 5 minutes. These ants go 1 meter per minute. Remember, they're ants. All right.
1 meter per minute. If they bump into each other or hit a dead end, they'll instantly...
Maybe you need to write that down about how they change directions. So these 2 ants bumped into each other, and it made them go in the opposite direction. This ant right here, he's going to hit the end, and he's going to come back this way then. Something else maybe to add to your notes.
turn around and walk back the way they came. When 5 minutes are up, they'll turn on their lasers, break free, and scoot
5
out into the
minutes.
world, carving a path of destruction as they go. Your one chance to stop them is to insert the...
Okay, so here's what you have. You have these 2 little devices. That's your little mini vacuums for these ants. Something to add to your notes. I have some friends who are just sitting and watching. You need to take down these notes to help you solve.
2 emergency vacuum nozzles into the habitat and suck the ants up before they break free. The nozzles...
I'm going to pause it here because this is going to be a key right here. This is what their habitat looks like. Okay? You need to know what this figure looks like. So you need to try and draw this the best you can. Just draw a small one in your math notebook. Because what are they asking you to do? You have these 2 vacuums in your hand. What are they asking you to solve? What's the question? Mimi?
They're asking how are you going to put the little
why you need to draw this figure. You need to know where you're going to put these 2 vacuums that you can get all the ants in 5 minutes. So what spot? Was it just going to go randomly? Just going to go any, mini, miny, mo, right here and right here? Okay? That's what you had to decide. Where are these 2 vacuums she's holding on right now? Where are those 2 vacuums going to go in this habitat? So you need to draw the shape of the habitat to be able to tell us. Raise your hand if you're still drawing your shape. Okay? And this isn't art class, okay? You just are making a rough sketch for yourself. It's okay. All right, here we go.
Press into any one location in the habitat through a membrane covering its front side, and any ants that walk past will be sucked up and deactivated. You can't move the nozzles once they're placed without leaving a hole.
Maybe something to add to your notes on how you can't move the vacuum. She tried to pick up the vacuum to move it to another spot, but when she picked it up to move it, all these ants got out.
So she could have had a lot.
That the robo ants would pour out of, so choosing the right spots will be key. The habitat is made out of meter-long tube.
I'll pause here again in case some friends didn't finish sketching out the habitat shape. Each segment then of this habitat, 1 meter. That's how big it is. And we know what else was key in 1 meter that they told us.
1 meter, it takes them 1 meter per minute.
Yes, they travel 1 meter in 1 minute. Okay? Something else to keep in mind there then, guys. There's some math there. Wink, wink, cough, cough.
When the robots reach an intersection, they will pick randomly whether to go left, right, or forward. They only go backward if they hit another robo ant or a dead end. Unfortunately, there are hundreds of them inside the habitat, and if even one escapes, it'll do a lot of damage. With just less than 5 minutes remaining, where should you place the 2 vacuum nozzles to
So there's your question right there. Where should you place the 2 vacuum nozzles? Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, there's only going to be one correct answer here. You cannot just randomly place them. This is math here that we have to decide with how fast they travel, the directions they're going. You have 5 minutes. These vacuums have to be placed in an exact spot in order to get them all vacuumed up. Okay? I have some friends who are already raising their hand. Ooh, I know. Hands down. We're going to wait for some friends to do some thinking here. I want you to double check your thinking too. Okay? Work it out in your head. Help draw it out and see, would that work? I don't know if it hits the end and then goes back this way. Would that work then? Okay? If it was that easy that, ooh, I got that fast, ladies and gentlemen, you are probably incorrect. Because you know, I don't give you easy ones of these riddles, right?
No.
So if it's something that you got just that fast in your head, probably not correct. Okay? These are very difficult. It does take lots of higher level thinking. These are great for working our brains. Okay? No questions right now. We're going to finish listening.
suck up all the robo ants?
All right, I'm going to pause it there where it left off on our rules in case you forgot any of these. Ladies and gentlemen, I am taking no questions right now. Okay? I know I have lots of friends who are excited about some ideas they have. Okay? There are no tricks. Remember, there is real math on this. It is solvable. It has to have 2 exact locations. No, there's nothing crazy silly with the ants. Okay? The ants do not have magic powers that they're going to fly off. Okay? The facts I gave you are the facts we have about our ants. Okay? Check it off. Go hang it up. All right, I'm going to give you a couple minutes of work time on this to think this through. Read over your notes. You can look at the rules. And see what you can come up with. This is our brains exercising right now, guys. Everybody's going to be a thinker and try. I know the answer, yes. Correct. me if you're still working. All right, 1 more minute, guys. It's in the directions, yeah. It's on the directions at school too. On like the assignment. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, if they read all the directions on the creator right and then send one. All right, cool. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I got it.
Hold on. I want to.
Nozzle. Vacuum.
Okay, here we have our image. Can I have my left light turned on? I'm going to draw our image and then I'm going to mark some spots. I have some friends who think. So I've got my box.
Right. I wish we had dimmer.
All right, coming over here now. All right, here's our ant habitat. Raise your hand and tell me where you think the 2 vacuums are going to go. That's going to be able to get all of the ants. Alyssa?
We should put one over by where, no, yes, right, one right there. Mm-hmm.
And where would the other one go?
Down by the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, so there's her 2 spots that she says it would go. Who has a different? I'll use different colors for different guesses here. Aiden?
Put one by the intersection.
This one?
No, where Alyssa put it. No, the top of that one.
So you also say right here. I'm going to use pink there now. Where else would your other one go?
Go down, to the other side a little. No, like in the middle of the two. No, down. Oh my God! It's like a claw machine with these right now.
Okay, let's do red next. Bradley, give me yours.
The intersection where Aiden and Alyssa.
Okay, so this is a big intersection. I have lots of friends choosing this intersection. Okay, where would your other one go?
And then the one across.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay. All right, give me another one. Justice.
The one at the top right corner.
Right here?
And then what the other one at the bottom where was no.
Okay, we're gonna do brown. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Mimi?
Put one right there. Like, yes, right there. And then go up. And then go that way. And then if you keep. And right there.
Right here?
Well, up. And yeah.
Right there? Okay. I can do this dark purple here. Brooklyn.
Where the middle, yeah. And then straight down on that. Yeah.
I can do blue. Mimi? Oh, we did yours, Mimi. Anybody else have anything different? Max?
You put one right at the top in the middle.
Right here?
And
Right here. Anybody have a different one? Okay. So our biggest intersection that people agreed on was at this middle intersection right here. My next popular one was this corner. I have lots of friends who didn't choose an end. They kind of chose in the middle of a path. All right, so let's see here how we can stop these robo ants. Lights off, please.
It's mine. It's on this side.
All right, let's watch and find out.
Nozzles to suck up all the robo ants.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna let it play out.
With robo ants ricocheting all over the habitat, it might seem impossible to stop them before they break free. But this situation is simpler than it seems. Here's why. Imagine just two robo ants crawling toward each other. When they collide, they immediately reverse directions. And what would that sequence of events look like if they crawled past each other instead? It would look exactly the same before and after their collision, but with their positions swapped. This is true every time a pair of robo ants meet. Because the identities of individual ants don't matter, you just need to figure out
like our
where you should
multiplication
put the
properties
nozzles
right there.
to capture any single ant walking without interruption for less than 5 minutes, starting from any point in the habitat. That's much easier to conceptualize and solve. Placing the nozzles at intersections where 3 or 4 tubes meet seems like your best bet, since that's where the robo ants might otherwise change directions and miss your nozzles. There are only 4 intersections. Which 2 should you pick? The top right intersection has to be one of them. If it isn't, an ant crawling down from this intersection toward the dead end would crawl for 4 minutes to get back to the intersection,
Remember, we
and
only
then
have
go in
5
any of 3
minutes.
directions, walking for at least another minute. Once you've placed a nozzle,
Okay, so our most popular corner intersection that we picked over here, this intersection right here, is where one of them has to go. Okay? If you picked another one, a robo ant could crawl for too many minutes. Remember, we have a time limit of 5 minutes. So that is one intersection.
the top right. The only other choice that has a chance to work is the bottom left. To see that this works, imagine an ant anywhere else in
Listen
the
to
habitat.
why.
Worst case scenario, the ant would start right next to the vacuum nozzle, marching away from it. But in all those worst cases, the ant would march for at most 4 meters before being sucked up into the
Meaning
vacuum.
4 minutes.
No other choice of 2 intersection points is guaranteed to get all the robo ants within 5 minutes.
So let's look. I did have who was my purple that I used for Alyssa? So we had this corner, this intersection, and this intersection. I had some friends who chose this one or this one, but Alyssa was my only one who chose both of these.
A lot of people have the answer these. I like that one.
I know, lots of other people also agreed with Alyssa and said she was right.
Good job, Alyssa.
Alright.
Having vacuumed them all up, you've averted a major crisis.
Woo!
Before you mess with robo ants again, you'll want to have a robo anteater ready. And wouldn't it be cool if it could fly and breathe fire? There's no way that could go wrong.
Right? Maybe that'll be our next video about a anteater that is flying and out of control. Alright. Simmer. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, your math homework for tonight. You have vocabulary, practicing multiplying our decimals. You have a video, you have the vocab game, and you guys have the read and respond with it. Okay? All of them are shorter. I think the read and respond was 4 questions. Okay, so there's nothing long on there. Okay? Any questions that you have for math? Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have plenty of time in class to get it done. There's no reason that you guys have this to work on at home then, okay? Do it in class and get it done. Okay? Do you have a question? Okay. All right, go ahead and start.